Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from Greedy Tech, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you some important tips and tricks for your Vivo V11pro. Now in this video I'm just going to be focusing on the tips and tricks section. So if you want to know all the features offered by this phone, check out my video on best features of Vivo V11pro. Link will be in the description. Now without any further delays, first I'll show you how to make an app go full screen or appear full screen. Now there are three different modes or three different ways an application appears. One is a standard one where we can see two black bars on either side. The second one would be the status bar will be completely in black, and the third one would be application will go full screen, like the one you're seeing right now. So to make any application go full screen, go to settings, then select display settings, select third party app display ratio. From this list, select the application that you want to make full screen. Now I'll open YouTube and you'll see how it looks in safe area display mode. Now this is a YouTube video playing in full screen. There is no pinch to zoom gesture. And as you can see, the notch along with the status bar is completely in black. Now I'll change the display settings to full screen. Now once you do that, YouTube application will restart. So let me open it from the start. And now we can do the pinch to zoom gesture. Now once you do that, we can see that the display is being completely utilized except for this small area for the notch. Everything is used for the video. And now you get a much more immersive experience. So to use any application in the full screen mode, you need to select the application and select full screen. The same thing applies even with games. So let's say if you want to play Asphalt 9 in full screen mode, just select Asphalt 9 and make sure this option is selected. Then the entire display will be utilized. Now going on next, this phone has an in-display fingerprint scanner right over here, and it is hidden under the display. So you can just place your finger on the display like this and it simply unlocks. And as you can see, most of the time it doesn't work, and even if it works, it takes like a second or two. So to improve that, you can use it along with face unlock. So just set up face unlock and fingerprint as well, and it will work. So to enable face unlock, go to settings, then select fingerprint, face and password. Select face. Now enter the password. Now click add face. Now you need to add your face. Now it is done. Now once you're in the settings page, make sure you enable this particular toggle so that face unlock works quickly even in low lighting conditions. Now we have a setting over here that says quick recognize. If you enable it, face unlock will work even quickly, but we can fake it with a photograph or a video. So to make the face unlock more secure, you can disable it, but it will be slightly slower. I personally don't mind it, so I'll just turn it on. Now whenever you try to unlock your phone, now it tries to read your face and fingerprint both at the same time and try to unlock the phone as soon as possible. Based on my observation, if you turn on face unlock and fingerprint scanner, most of the time it will use face unlock. Next, I'll show you how to enable this always on display. So to turn it on, just go to settings, then select lock screen settings. And from here you have always on display, just turn it on and tweak these settings according to your preference. You can also choose to enable always on display at a specific time by using the start and end time, and thereby improve the battery life. Next, we have something called lock screen poster. Now every time you try to open the lock screen or open the lock screen, you'll see that the wallpaper is changing. Now if you want to set a particular wallpaper as your default lock screen wallpaper, you can simply swipe left and click this button over here and click the lock icon to lock this wallpaper. Now in the lock screen, you can also swipe left or right to change between different wallpapers. Now if you really don't like this feature, you can also press this button over here, go to settings, enter the password, just try to unlock the phone and disable this toggle. You can also disable it from settings. Go to settings, go to the lock screen settings, select lock screen poster and disable this toggle. Now you'll have a fixed lock screen wallpaper. Next, I'll show you how to change this fingerprint animation. So this is a fingerprint scanner, and whenever you place your finger on it, you get a default animation. Now to change that animation, go to settings, then select fingerprint. From here, select fingerprint once again, enter the password. Now you have an option that says animation styles. We have three different options, and I personally like this particular one. You also have a circular thing. And finally, you have this. Once again, a different circle with a magical effect. Anyway, to change the animation style, simply select one and click apply and you're good to go. Here's a quick preview. Next, I'll show you how to record calls automatically on this phone. So for that, go to settings, then select phone. From here, select record settings. From here, you can select the appropriate option to record calls. I personally go with this option. It records all the calls automatically. By the way guys, this feature might be disabled in few countries. At least in India, it is available. Next, I'll show you how to use the split screen mode on this phone. Now usually on most phones, you can simply press and hold the recent tabs button to open a current application in split screen mode. But on this phone, it is a bit different and it is supported only by few applications. To open a current application in split screen mode, simply swipe down using 3 fingers, like this, and the current application will be open in the top window and you can select the secondary application from one of these applications. Now if you try to use any other application like say Google Play Store or settings, you'll get an error. So there you go. Sadly, it has been the case since like 2 years. Now this phone has a massive screen and I really wish I could use all the applications in split screen mode. But sadly that's not possible right now. With a future update, Vivo might be able to fix that. Next I'll show you how to change your default launcher, default browser and default messaging application on this phone. For that, go to settings, click more settings, then select go to permission management. Now select default app settings. Now from here you can change your default home screen, that's the launcher, default browser, default music player, default video player and so on. Now to change your default launcher, select home screen and then select your launcher. I have already installed Nova Launcher, so I just need to select that and it will take me to the Nova Launcher. Now every time I press the home button, it will always take me to the Nova Launcher. Now to go back, simply go to the settings once again, select home screen, select Vivo Launcher and you are in the Vivo Launcher now. In the same way, we can change the default browser, default gallery application and so on. Now if you are going to use Face Unlock on this phone, I suggest you to turn on 3 features. For that, go to settings, then select Smart Motion, then select Smart Turn On and Turn Off Screen. Then select the second option and make sure you enable these toggles. Raise to wake, double click to light and double tap to turn off the screen. Now in your default home screen or your default launcher, now you can simply double tap to lock the phone. And when your display is off or when your phone is locked, you can simply double tap it to wake it up. Now when your screen wakes up, obviously it tries to see your face and unlock the phone. Now let me try to show you once again. Now to turn on the screen, all I need to do is simply double tap the screen. It will wake up, see my face and unlock the phone immediately. So here's a preview. And it is unlocked. And now to lock the screen, I don't need to press the power button. I can simply double tap in an empty area and it will lock the phone. Now finally, for the raise to wake feature, I can simply raise my phone to turn it on. It will immediately see my face and unlock the phone. And everything happens so quickly that's really amazing. Next we have flashlight notification. Simply turn it on. Now once you turn it on, your flashlight will flicker every time you get a call, message or a notification. Now here's a quick preview. Now that's flashlight notification. Next there is a feature called Smart Click in settings. Once again just go to settings and at the bottom we have Smart Click. Make sure you enable the first option, that's turn on and turn off flashlight. Now whenever your phone is locked, you can press and hold the volume down button to turn on the flash. Now this is something I really like and it's super handy. If you don't like this particular shortcut, you can change it with any of these. Next I'll show you some important tricks with screenshot. Now to take a screenshot on this phone, we can simply press the volume down and power button both at the same time and your phone will take a screenshot. Now for some reason if that's a little hard for you, we also have the 3-finger gesture. Simply swipe up using 3 fingers like this and it will take a screenshot. Now to take a long screenshot, first take a regular screenshot using 3 fingers or using the hardware button. Next click this button that says long screenshot. Now click next until you're done. And finally when you're done, click the save button. Now this particular thing will be saved as a long screenshot. Now this is the preview. Now on this phone, we also have something called Super Screenshot or S-Capture. So to use that, open the control center and we have a toggle over here. We get all these options. We can record the screen, take a rectangular screenshot, take funny screenshot and even take a long screenshot from here. I suggest you check them out yourself. Next, these are some important things that you need to do. First go to settings and then select status bar. From here, if you want to display the battery percentage like this, just select battery percentage and now select outside the battery icon. Now once you do that, battery percentage will be outside the battery icon and it will be much more visible. Next, if you want to display the network usage on the status bar, enable this toggle. Next, this one also has a feature like ambient display, like whenever you get a notification, screen lights up. So if you want to use that, enable this toggle. Now finally, if you're like me who hates heads-up notification, like the thing that pops up over here, to disable that, select this option and select no previews. Now once you do that, you'll still get notifications over here, but they won't show up as a heads-up notification blocking your view. Next, if you want to change the font style on this phone, just go to settings, then select display settings. Over here you have font style. Now from here you can select different styles, or you can even download it from the option over here. You need to sign in to Vivo account to download them. Next, if you want to change the display sleep time, once again go to display settings, then select auto lock and select 30 seconds. That's usually the best option, or else you can go with 1 minute as well. Now finally, these are some quick tips. If you want to change the position of any of these icons, you can simply press and hold and then move them to the appropriate screen. Now to uninstall any of these applications, you can simply press and hold on them and then release. You will get a cross button on the left side corner for the applications that you can delete. You can simply click on that and click OK to uninstall that application. Now if you want to change the wallpaper of your home screen, just go to settings, then select lock screen settings and select wallpaper. From here you can select predefined wallpapers, and if you have any other images, you can go to albums and select it from there. Now finally, this is the control center and you can access it by swiping from the bottom screen, and you have all these toggles. We can also rearrange them by clicking this button over here. Now you can simply long press any of these icons and move them around to rearrange them. Now this is the camera application, and this phone also offers electronic image stabilization. Right now it's not very stable, but with the future